Happy Vlogmas day 14. It is a Thursday and it is beautiful outside. Like I've showed you a clip, but the snow is just covering the ground. The sidewalks are pretty much clear now, but the courtyard and parts of the campus are still pretty well covered by the snow. I'm just enjoying some coffee, and I thought I would talk about my favorite podcasts just to add some substance to these videos. So, my first podcast I ever listened to was Serial, and it was with my mom and dad in the car, and that's how I really got hooked on it. And so Serial is a really popular, world famous podcast by now. It's been out for a few years. If you haven't heard of it or haven't listened to it, I highly recommend checking it out. And the reason I kind of got into podcasts in the first place was because it was a good way for me to exercise my learning, my hearing, and absorption of information through just listening. Because in class, for example, if I'm in lecture, I need to be taking notes or I need to be engaged with something that's on the board that's visual. I'm not very good at just auditory learning, and so for me, podcasts are a great way to practice just zoning in and listening, because even with music, you can zone out a lot, or at least I do. So that's why I decided to start listening to podcasts again, and because they're really interesting and you learn a lot. I'm really trying to become more well-informed about certain things, and not to say that podcasts are the hub of, knowledge and education, because, that's what research articles can be for, that's what school is for, but a lot of these people that run these podcasts do talk to experts from the fields in which they're interested in, and so I think that's another great way to start and sparking that kind of love for learning again and learning about different things. So anyway, Serial was one of my favorites. It is an investigative journalist who embarks on this journey to kind of figure out what actually happened with this one particular murder case. That's all I'm going to say about that, but check it out. My next favorite one, I am almost finished listening to, I guess. I was going to say reading, but listening to. It's called S-Town by Brian Reed, and it's about another journalist who receives an email from this man in Bibb County, Alabama, so rural Alabama, and it just chronicles this adventure that he is taken on by this man and by this county and by a series of very odd events, and eventually one tragic one. So it's only 7 chapters long, and I'm on the last chapter. Actually, I'm really sad, savoring every last moment with it. Moving on to kind of like health related things, I started listening to Know Me Athlete, and I really enjoy Know Me Athlete. It's a podcast about plant-based eating and or vegan eating, really, for fitness and how it relates to fitness and health. And it's really interesting because a lot of the experts that they talk to and the guests on the show do come from a scientific background. So I've been really enjoying that, because for me, as someone who has a fairly extensive background in sciences, I always found that the material that was presented online was sometimes a little oversimplified for my tastes. And it's also just interesting to hear people talk about it, not just have to read it online too. So that's Know Me Athlete. And then Party in My Plants by Talia Pollock. It is a really fun podcast and really upbeat. It's about health and wellness and just really joy with food and living, and she's just so fun to listen to, and I love how she approaches nutrition and health and things like that. So I really love that one as well. And I've been dabbling in a couple other podcasts, but I haven't been really hooked by them. I listened to season 2 of Serial, but I ended up not really liking it that much, which sucks because the first season was so good. And I'm trying to think. I think those are the 3 podcasts I listen to right now. I downloaded Estee Lalonde. She has a YouTube channel and she's pretty popular, but I'm gonna start listening to her podcast because I feel like she'd be really interesting to talk or hear talk. And Steph Yu's A Beautiful Mess is a podcast I've kind of dabbled in. She's just a really wonderful person. She is vegan, and that's kind of how I found her. But she also talks a lot about, the soul and, the mind and the heart. And she brings on all these different guests from all walks of life, vegan, non-vegan, and just talks about addressing those different aspects of your life. Your physical health, your mental health, your spiritual health, self-love. So, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of mini sit down talking about my favorite podcasts. I really want to get into podcasts in 2018. That's one of my goals. So if you guys have any favorite podcasts or favorite episodes specifically, let me know because I would love to listen to them and really just, engage with you guys a little more. Lunch is just a mishmash of leftovers because I'm not going grocery shopping for a while since I'm going to be going home. It's just a veggie burger that I heated up, romaine, some cooked greens, avocado, and pepper. Hello friends! You can see the sunset in the background. I just finished 4 miles. It's pretty cold, but some of the sidewalks aren't clear yet. Yeah, so it's a little hard. But yeah, it was a beautiful day for a run. A little cold, but I warmed up pretty quickly. Just very slippery. I almost fell twice. One of them was in the middle of the road, so I'm just very thankful that I didn't actually end up collapsing in ongoing traffic. Phone does not eat first.
What?
My favorite place in the world, Target! Good morning, friends. So I just wanted to close out the vlog. Yesterday, that restaurant we went to was so good. It was a Colombian restaurant, and it's in Lakewood, and it's called Barroco, and the drinks were really good. And we got arepas, and it was so filling and so yummy. Mine had veggies, and I got plantain on the side, and then Didi got he got braised beef in his with fried yuca, and it was just really fun. And then we ended up going to Target, buying a couple groceries just to last us for the next few days, and then we came home and went to bed early. I hope you guys had a wonderful Thursday. It's now Friday, so congrats to making it to the end of the week, and I will see you guys in the next vlog. Bye!